We are Anthony and me. We are converting our sitting room really into an off-grid camper van. You should join us on our journey and watch as we work on it over the next few months. We have absolutely no experience, so if we can convert a van, you can do it too.
So today we're going to be fitting this for our water fill point. Me and Amy's been messing around for a while. The good thing is that the hole saw that we bought for the electric hookup point, 86mm, is a perfect fit as well for this, except this time we'll not need to file as much as we did. So we've been measuring inside and measuring outside, and we've took a few attempts. As you can see in the muck, we put an X here thinking it would go there, an X there. We've marked underneath the van where a screw is and stuff like that, but we've decided to go with it here. So this is in the centre of this and this, so it's halfway, so that should be spot on in the middle. And then on the inside, that just means where it's going to come to is around here somewhere. We'll have to move these wires obviously, but it's going to come around here. And then what we'll do is we'll have that water fill pipe that'll come in and straight down to the floor out of the van. Not that far, I'll have to measure from here and here, but it'll go out the van and underneath and into our fresh water tank, which we haven't got yet, but this is just to prepare for the future because we're going to be adding the ply walls on soon. But we're just making sure everything's done beforehand. So yeah, let's get cracking while it's not raining.
Another day, another hole in the van.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting for the drill to charge, I've just hammer righted to the area that Ant's going to cut, so it's all clean. We have marked another little dot because when we done the first one, it was on like a metal rib, so that wouldn't have worked like drilling through. So we've just dropped the centimetres down a little bit, and we are doing it here, which you can just see a C. So yeah, we'll get the drill and then we'll start.
We're pretty much just doing exactly the same process as what we did with the electrical hookup point. So yeah, if you want to watch that video, I'll put a link up in the top corner, and that's a more in-depth process. I think this one will just pretty much skim through it, and then we'll get the other bits we do within the van. Right, so I've just realised it's really deceiving when you're outside compared to when you're inside. If you look, we've cut a square, but it's right on the ridge of the panel of the van, so it definitely need to be a lot lower. So I'm just going to go outside and drill a hole and try and poke something through so Amy knows where the middle is here. I don't know if you can make it out, but that's the circle that we've drilled. We've drilled a hole in the van and it's too close to the rib. We got a shock at first, but I've just realised that we'll just move it along and then that hole will be within scrap of the circle piece we'll cut out anyway. So what are you doing now?
Putting white primer on the metal where we've cut out the circle just to stop future rust.
And what always happens when you cut a hole in your van?
It's gonna rain!
Yep, it's just adjusted. I think it's gonna rain today. Who listens to the weather? So this is the point we're at the moment. I can actually feel it starting to rain. It is, it's on the window as well. Right, we're just gonna put this in. Oh, Amy, will you pass the white spirit please? And will you pass the kitchen roll just so I can get this primer off? Right, it's actually starting to rain and we've got a massive hole in the side of the van. This. So we're going to have to quickly take a black bag over it or something and sit and wait it out.
No, we'll just carry on. Quick.
Now it wasn't forecast for rain. And it's typical that when we've cut a big hole in the side of the van it's starting to rain, so we're going to have to cover it for a little bit. We'll just see if it passes. But I don't think it will. Hopefully it does, because obviously we need to crack on and finish this.
So now we're waiting for the rain to pass. As you can hear, it's starting to get heavier. this is from the inside with the bag on the outside. We're just going to have to wait and see if it goes. It's not forecast.
I know, it's not even forecast to rain. So this is our water point done. It's stopped raining, so we've given it a good wipe, dry around the area. The only thing I'm not happy about is we didn't have enough time to spray paint the screws before we put them in. We got some black spray paint the other day ready for this job. So what we're going to do is just improvise later. We had to rush because of the rain and quickly get it in. We would have had to wait for the spray paint to dry on the screws and stuff. So what we're going to do is later probably just tape over it all, use a standing knife to cut around the screw circle and just spray it then, like obviously cover the bodywork and stuff. So that'll get that job done. But I'm glad it's in now. We'll give it a good clean tomorrow. But that's good work, that Amy, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to call it a day today. We were going to do the solar panels, but we decided to do this instead. So it's a very good job because we'd still be doing the solar panels probably now. And obviously with the rain it all sits on the roof and stuff. But yeah, next job will be solar panels when it's definitely going to be a dry day. See you then. What I'm doing now is, we've decided not to do the solar because we're not sure if you can overlap brackets and we misjudged the size on the roof what we've got. So we're going to contact Energy and double check that it's okay to drill a new pilot hole in the brackets that they give you, and also if we can overlap brackets and like will it still be solid enough. So today, to make use of some time, I've just taken this off, which is just a Torx bolt in there inside of here under your cup holder. And now I'm going to cut these wires because we're installing some new USB sockets. So instead of this, there's going to be USBs and there's going to be 12 volt, like a 12 volt socket, even though that one is one. I didn't realise when we ordered, but we'll have 2 new sockets in there. I've seen that on Mevy's channel, so thanks a lot Mevy if you're watching. So I'm going to crack on doing that now. I'm just going to cut these wires off here, strip them. You get little spade connectors which I'm going to crimp, and then you literally just connect them on the back of the USBs. You'll put them in the holes and then you'll screw underneath, and then there you go, that'll be sorted. And these wires are not live unless you turn the ignition on. So these are the USB sockets. You do get a faceplate with them, but we're not going to be needing that. So that's a new 12 volt. 1 second. So that's a new 12 volt socket. And then this one is a new USB socket. So it'll be 2 USBs. Replacing that. And the crimpers, the spare connectors you get are these. So they're really good. It's only £11 for these 2. Right, so I've stripped the negative wire. This earth wire we're not going to need, so I'm going to just tape it with insulation tape down here. And then we'll be adding spade connectors to the end of these 2. So at the moment I've stripped the wires. I've put the crimp ends, the spade connectors on the end, and I've also added heat shrink for some extra protection. And I'm just about to heat this section up, and then they should be ready to connect after I've put black insulation tape along this. So you can see the blue lights are on, so that means it's working. Now let's double check with the phone. Quite a strong fit. Just to double check before we actually close everything back up. Yeah, charging. It's pretty good, that, isn't it? See, we've got a USB in the van under here, but it's probably best to have more than one, because we can charge more when we're driving. Right, so yeah, that works, and now I'll do the same for the 12 volt socket. So now that's complete. Heat shrink and spade connectors on the positive and negative wires. The earth wire, what's not really needed, I've taped up with insulation tape, and I've also pulled this gluey insulation all the way back up to the top, just for extra protection. And now I'll take these out. According to Mevy, it's pretty easy. You just push straight through. You have to push it out from the inside, I think. Oh no, that one just pulls out. And then this one should just push straight through, I think. Squeeze and push. Yeah, it's just little clips on the back, and that's very dirty. We're going to get some wipes and quickly give this a clean. And it doesn't fit. Both sockets that we've bought don't fit in these circles because of the threading, what you screw onto once it's in place underneath. It doesn't fit, so I'm going to just softly try my best not to damage anything and make the circle a tiny bit bigger at the top and bottom, because it's not a perfect circle. So I'll just have to take a bit off the top. Just try and carve around it with the Stanley knife. Wish us luck. So instead of the Stanley knife, Amy went and got the file, which is a better idea. Good shout, Amy. It actually fits now, so the circle's slightly bigger, if you want to have a look at that. I try to do more at the back where you won't see it at the front, but the circles end up coming up good with the file. And now it's a perfect fit. So yeah, that's the way it's going to look. Obviously you have to give it a quick clean and stuff. But yeah, same now for this socket. And then we'll squeeze that one in as well. There we go. Spot on. It looks really tidy as well. Obviously that stops any liquids spilling into it if you've got a drink in here. Yeah, that's a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another thing to do while we've got time is play ice hockey. Nah, I'm only joking. We're going to be fitting the, is it Heko wind deflectors on the van. Yeah, come like this. It's like your candy cane. So we'll get this open and we'll get them fitted. Fairly straightforward job. We were watching somebody's video. Sorry, I forgot his name. I don't know if it's Paul. And they literally just slot in and you put a pin up here and that's it. Done. So we'll get that done now.
Someone's in his element.
Yoo-hoo! Another one. We'll record this one this time. The camera battery died. Heko also tells you to leave the engine on so you can heat the van up while Ant stands outside freezing. Didn't say that in the instructions though.
You're full of yourself, aren't you?
Excited, I like these. Really finishes it off really nice. Obviously when it's raining and stuff, when you do your screen wash, it comes past the window and like comes in it. I like having fresh air. So what you do is, look, you just literally push it into that cavity, get it lined up with this one, push it right to the top, and then as you come to the bottom you need to have a bit of force, but you've also got to be careful that it's not too cold because they might shatter, which hopefully it doesn't do on us right now. It's freezing. And then I've just noticed on the other side it was sticking out a bit, which it shouldn't stick out like this. I don't think so anyway. You just keep pushing and pushing in. See, that sticks out quite a bit, which I'm not sure. Don't think it should. The rest of it's like a smooth fit. Looks like on the outside. Looks really nice. I'm talking about the wind deflector, not hear me. And then you put your windows up and you need to leave them up for 24 to 48 hours. I always got stuck halfway on the other side. Yeah, like that. But you need to just help it go up once you get to the top. So Amy, if you do that please. Is it doing it? Ah. So then that slots in. Do it again. Bit close to comfort, really. Yeah, that's it then. I'm sure this is meant to be in further, and it might be better to do it when the window's right up. Yeah, that's better. I'm sure it might be meant to come onto the rubber. I hope so, because you don't really want a gap down there. Yeah, that's better. Job done. That's USB sockets, wind deflectors. We're waiting for the isolator for the solar panels, but we've obviously made a mistake with measurements on the roof. Need to get in contact with Energy and see if we can double over on brackets. So bracket on top of bracket. I'm not sure we'll be able to, or we might have to just try and find another solution. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one.
This is where we're going to leave today's video, so thank you all for watching. Please hit the like button to support our channel, and if you would like to see future videos, please hit subscribe and the notification bell.